What's going on there, guys? My name is Matt, or Chewy as most of you will know me as, and in today's video we are going to be unboxing the brand new Thrustmaster, TCA, Boeing Yoke and Throttle Quadrant. A huge thanks to Thrustmaster for sending one of the first units across for me to show to you all, as I know there are many people who are excited about this product. For those of you who don't know, this is the first Boeing licensed yoke available for the flight simulation market and extends Thrustmaster's already well-established range of civil aviation hardware. It comes with a yoke designed with the aesthetics of the Boeing 787 Dreamliner and a separate throttle quadrant to go alongside. On the yoke there are two autopilot disconnect switches, two point of view hat switches, two push-to-talk triggers, four rocker trim switches, a gear lever, two sliders, and Xbox controls as well. The throttle quadrant has 5 buttons and a really awesome design for an MCP scroll control knob where you can select between speed, heading, or altitude. These pieces of hardware should work right out of the box with the Boeing aircraft within Microsoft Flight Simulator, and I've also been told should have compatibility with other Boeing aircraft in other simulators, for example the PMDG line of planes in Prepared. I'm sure you'll also be happy to know that pre-orders are live now, and I'll put a link down in the description below to the Thrustmaster website for customers based in Europe. The yoke is fully functional with both PC and Xbox, meaning those of you flying Microsoft Flight Simulator on Xbox can enjoy the hardware just as much as everyone else. There are two USB cables to connect to your device of choice, one for the yoke and one for the throttle quadrant, and I'm happy to say that both of those connections are USB-C. The yoke features a pendular design authentic to a real-world Boeing yoke, unlike others on the market for the flight simulation genre right now, which are all a push/pull design akin to what you would see on some general aviation aircraft. One thing I really like about the yoke is the ability to add an extra spring to increase the resistance for the elevator axis, and to fine-tune just how much tension and response you want from the yoke. All of the buttons and switches have distinctive and individual feels, meaning they're easy to distinguish from one another. The yoke clamps onto the desk with an integrated section at the back of the unit and is super secure to make sure that you won't end up with the whole thing moving whilst trying to make flight control inputs. There is also a port at the back to connect to the TFRP rudder pedals, which work on both PC and Xbox, if you have those as part of your flight setup. I'll give more of an in-depth review on the feel of the yoke in the simulator in a future video. The throttle quadrant has a plethora of features, including 3 sliders. These sliders can be utilized in a number of different configurations. Firstly, you can have the speed brake lever on the left-hand side with the throttle levers in the middle and on the right. Or you can have the throttle levers placed on the left and in the middle with a flap lever on the right-hand side. Or finally, you can have the speed brake lever on the left, just one of the throttle levers in the middle, and then the flaps on the right-hand side again. If you decide to purchase a separate throttle quadrant, you can configure everything to be set up just like a Boeing 747 aircraft, with the speed brakes on the left, 4 throttle levers in the middle, and then once again the flaps on that right-hand side. Each throttle lever also has an auto throttle disconnect button and a paddle on the front to engage reverse thrust, which clicks up and down. On top of this, there is a really cool autopilot mode selector switch where you can toggle between IIS/MAC, heading or track, and altitude select as well. On top of the selector switch is a rotary knob that you can turn to control all of the autopilot modes I just detailed. Surrounding the selector switch are 5 buttons that you can customize within the simulator to whichever functions you like. Finally, the throttle quadrant comes with an easy to put together clamp to attach it to your desk right next to your yoke unit. As I said at the start of the video, Thrustmaster are now taking pre-orders for the TCA Boeing Yoke and Throttle Quadrant. I can't wait to incorporate this into my flight simulator setup to further enhance the realism in my simulators. Make sure to check back into the channel soon for my first gameplay video of the unit, and of course, if you did enjoy the video, please leave a like and subscribe to the channel for more. Thanks for watching.